Hey, what's up everyone? Danny Lightning back with another CSR2 video. So we're going to be running the Prestige Cup with the Pandem Skyline BCNR33. Yeah. In this video, we're going to show you the speed trap times, the sprint race times, the final race, and a few of the other key races that you need to see the times of to find out if your car is going to be fast enough to make it through the event. I do have a video on how to drive this car. If you don't know how to drive it, just go to YouTube, type in Danny Lightning Pandem Skyline, and this video should pop right up. It'll show you how to drive it on stage 5, stage 6, and all kinds of good stuff. But yeah, let's get to the video, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you. Now I got a question for you guys. Let me know in the comments, when I make these Prestige Cup videos, would you like me to show just the final speed trap and the final sprint race, or would you like to see all of the speed traps and all of the sprint races so you can find the times for all of them? Let me know that, all or just the last ones. That's all you got to put in the comment. All the speed traps, all the sprint races, I don't know, whatever. You get the idea. Just write something in there. All right, back to the video, sort of, maybe, kind of. All right, so now we're on the very first speed trap of 128 miles per hour. Like I said, let me know if you want to see all of them. I'll just go ahead and put all of them in the video on this one. Normally I don't, but the last couple of videos I did, and I don't know if you guys like that better. But there was the very first one, which was race number 4. We had to beat 128 miles per hour, which we got no problem. And I can't seem to talk today, but that's normal. Can't talk any day. Let's move on to the next race. Now we're on race number 7, which is a 0 to 100 race. So if you want to beat race number 7, this will give you a really good idea. And why do I keep shifting my car wrong? This is a really weird car to drive. It's very strange the way it works. But that guy ran a 5.541. So you're going to have to do race number 7 faster than a 5.5 something. The car you get might be a little faster or a little slower, but it should be in the same ballpark. Alright, now we are on the next speed trap of 146 miles per hour. And this is one of those cars where you really got to pay attention to how you're driving it, because it's such a weird car. If you don't really pay close attention, you're going to probably just go into the habit of driving it like normal cars and then not shift it right. So be very, very careful about paying attention. That didn't make sense, but you know what I mean. All right, so there we had 146 mile per hour for race number 10. So we had a speed trap of 146 miles per hour for race number 10. All right, let's move on to the next thing. Now we are on race number 13. This is a 0 to 100 race, and 3, 2, 1, go. I'm not really sure what way you get the very fastest 0 to 100 times on this car, because it's a really weird driving car, and well, it is what it is. That guy ran a 4.089, so you should see a very similar time for race number 13 on the 0 to 100 sprint. Alright, so now we have a speed trap of 160 miles per hour. And I can't remember if you're supposed to do a 0 RPM or a 2 RPM or a 3 RPM start on this car, but it's a really weird deal. It's a really weird car, and I don't like it very much as far as the way it drives. But there we had race number 16 with a 160 mile per hour speed trap. So race number 16, you got to go faster than 160 on the top speed. Alright, we are back for another 0 to 100 race. This is going to be probably pretty easy, I would say. I think I've only got one stage 6 part installed on this car, maybe 2. But here we go. We'll hit our nitrous now, give it a little bit of a boost right there. And that thing took off as soon as we hit the nitrous, so that might be the best way to get the fastest acceleration, is to launch shortly after just hit your nitrous. At least with my parts that I have installed that seem to work there, that guy did a 3.585. So race number 19, you have a 0 to 100 race of 3.585, and I am a bad speaker today. Sorry about that, but you guys get the point. Alright, so now we have a speed trap of 177 miles per hour. 3, 2, 1, go. With these parts, I think second and nitrous is better, so I'm going to hit nitrous on second gear. And we have the beat 177 for race number 22. And my car is hitting 221 miles per hour. Not too bad, not too bad. So we will be right back in just a second. Alright, so now we are going to go ahead and do the very last 5 races. So here we go, here we go. 3, 2, 1, bam. We're going to go ahead and do a start like that. Second and nitrous, third gear. And we're not going to shift into fourth because that does seem to slow the car down. I might be able to tune this thing and squeeze some more time out of it, but if I don't need to, I'm not going to, because I don't want to spend a whole bunch of time. I mean, my car is not 100% maxed out, so it's running a lot slower than it could. Going from stage 5 to stage 6 usually has a little bit of a different shift pattern and tune on a lot of cars, and a lot of things can change just changing a few parts around. So once you have a stage 5 tune and then you start adding 1 or 2 stage 6 parts, that can even change the way your car needs to be tuned. So you always got to figure out your tunes and shift patterns for everything. I mean, the videos that show you how to drive the cars will give you a very, very good idea of where your car needs to be, but they're not going to be like dead on perfect. 3, 2, 1, go. Second nitrous, third gear. I mean, some cars you can go from stage 5 to stage 6 without changing anything. The tune's the same, the shift pattern's the same, but a lot of cars are not like that. So it's kind of hit and miss. Some cars are, some cars it might be a small change, some cars it might be a big drastic change. Alright, so I got a couple of keys. Here comes race number 27, race number 2020-2027. Here we go, here we go. Let's beat this guy and get our free stuff. The main thing I like about the Prestige Cup is the respect points that helps my crew earn more stuff. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Second nitrous, third gear. And this is a very strange car. I like it, but I don't like it at the same time, if that makes any sense. I'm going to actually try to shift into the last gear, but I'm going to shift into it sooner and see what that does. I might totally mess myself up, but we'll see what happens. If I lose a race because I mess up, then I lose a race, but I think I know a way to maybe grab a little bit more speed out of this thing, or a little more top speed, I should say. I could be wrong, but I'm going to try it, which is probably dumb during a Prestige Cup because it may make me lose the race, but 3, 2, 1, go. Second nitrous, third. Let's see what that does. Fourth. 200, nope, that did not work, but we still ran the race. We still won the race. Alright, so what I just tried there made me run like, I don't know, 0.3 of a second slower than normal. So yeah, don't mess around when doing Prestige Cups. That's a very, very bad idea. So on that one, we got a stage 6 nitrous. So for race number 28, you got to beat about a 12.2, maybe 12.1, maybe 12.3. You're probably going to get a car that's similar but runs a little bit of a different time. So that's going to give you a good idea of how fast your car needs to be to get that stage 6 part. So here comes race number 29. Yeah. Woohoo. And oh man. All right. It's still early in the morning. It's 6:24 a.m. I think I actually got up around 4 this morning and couldn't get back to sleep. Normally I wake up about 5, sometimes 4:30, but it was probably a little bit before 4, and I totally messed up. Oh my god, I totally messed up. Ooh, we still got it. Nice. I launched it wrong because I was busy talking and not paying attention to the way I was driving the car. Like I said, this is a very strange car. So if you're not really paying attention to what you're doing, you're probably going to get in the habit of trying to launch it and drive it like a normal car, and that will really mess you up. So here comes the final race. Whatever we get here, this should be the time to beat, or at least close to it. Like I said, you may get a very different car that runs a slightly different time, but it should be really close. And we gotta race a bright red Gamera. You know, the Gamera actually looks really nice in that red color. I kind of like it. But here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. We got our second gear and our nitrous, our third gear. Now I'm pretty sure when this car is maxed out, you're supposed to hit nitrous on third. With the parts I currently have installed, it seems to like second. Alright, right there, he ran a 11.462, so you're probably going to see cars running 11.3s, 11.4s, or 11.5s when you get to that last race. So that was race number 30 right there. Now, some people always ask, well, what parts did you have installed? What tune did you have installed? I can go ahead and show you guys if you want, but, you know, just because my car is set up this way, if your parts are different, your car may need to be tuned and set up very differently. But let's go ahead and look at what I have on the car and find out how many parts I have and which ones. Alright, so it looks like I have a stage 6 tire, stage 6 nitrous, and stage 6 intake. So when it gave me a stage 6 nitrous, I already had that installed, so unfortunately, well, I did not get a free stage 6 part out of the thingy dingy because it gave me a duplicate, which I do not appreciate. Most of the time, it's probably going to take 2 or 3 stage 6 parts to get through these events. For Stage Cups, sometimes you're able to get by on stage 5 parts only, but most of the time you're going to need at least 2, usually 3 stage 6 parts. And don't forget to go in the rare imports, click on the parts tab, and collect your free stuff. I just opened my free crate and it gave me a loyalty reward, and I got another stage 6 part, which is cool. So don't forget to go in there and open your crates. If you got bronze keys, you can always open some of those, or just collect the free ones and hope you get the best. Now on a car like this, I don't really think this car is good enough to spend a bunch of keys on. So if I were to really like the car and the car was really good, then maybe I would dump some keys into it. But if the car is not great, I don't think I would dump the keys on it just to finish a Prestige Cup. I would just go as far as I could get, and then if I got stuck, I would say, okay, well, I'm stuck, no big deal. But I don't know, to each of their own. You got to be very stingy with your resources on this game if you want to get anywhere. But I think that's pretty much going to wrap this one up. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you drop down the video's description, you'll see my Discord server, my other YouTube channels. You'll see some affiliate links and ways to help support the channel, which really helps the channel keep going and bringing you videos just like this. Huge shout out to my channel members. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys a lot. Anybody who wants to become a channel member and help support the channel, just click the little join button right below the video. And I think that's going to wrap this one up. Lightning out. Have a great day. We will catch you next time. See ya.